Right, today's 15 processes of blacksmithing is upsetting. Upsetting is the pushing back or thickening of material in order to enlarge the size or shrink the length. This could also come into two other kind of subcategories along under upsetting, being heading. So heading would be something like putting a head on a rivet. That is essentially upsetting. And the other one would be shrinking. And shrinking isn't a thing we really do that much of nowadays as smiths, but in the olden days it was used for shrinking bands. So if you had a tire for a cart, or you had a band for a barrel and you need to shrink it, this process is what was used. But also with that in mind, when you take a knife, say, which is wrapped upwards, and you push it back down, and this lower edge ripples, and you then straighten that rippled edge up, that could be quantified as upsetting, but through the process of shrinking. If that makes sense. So, with the upsetting, what we're going to do is basic upsetting, where I'm going to drive that material back in. This is the bar, 1/2 inch square. I can go at it. Notice that the force will cause the material to bend, and when it does, you've got to get it back to straight. Otherwise that energy won't transfer evenly through. And as it gets larger, I've got to rotate it in order to keep the work even. Okay, so if I have a quick gander at that, you'll see that it's already thickened up quite nicely, and I've lost my ruler. There it is. We've gone from 1/2 inch, that looks about 5/8-ish. Yeah, a little over 5/8. So that upset quite nice. It's a little uneven, and that's perfectly okay. What I can do, I'll take another heat, come back in at it, and as the material gets larger, there's a couple of different ways to approach it. You can keep upsetting directly into it, and you're going to basically create this giant elephant foot thing. So it's going to flare out big and fat and short like that. Okay? That's okay if that's what you want, if that's the look that you're after. But if you want to thicken a larger section of material, what is beneficial to do is push those shoulders in, which moves that shoulder back here, so that when you drive here, yes, this is going to swell, but because you've got a lot of mass here, which has now been centered into the bar, it will start thickening back here as well. A quick push in. Bottom of the heat, a little bit more of a push in. Prepping myself for my next heat. And you see how that forced the material to swell back here. Take one more heat at this, and hopefully you'll have seen the idea of how it works. Big one on this is not getting your length of heat too long. If you get a really long length of heat and you're trying to upset in just the tip, you're going to have softness behind the tip that you're trying to work, and the shaft will just buckle on you. So don't get it in there too deep into your fire. Coal fires are fabulous for this because you control that spot heat so well. If you want to upset in the middle of a bar, set up a little coal fire, drop it right where you need it, and you can jump it up and it's super easy. Gas forges are not greatly ideal for doing controlled isolated heats unless you start trying to quench out areas. So with a shorter bar, you can actually upset by striking on top, or if you have a ground mounted anvil or metal plate, or you have an upsetting block on the bottom of your anvil, it's a really good way to do it. This anvil here actually has quite a nice size of foot, so I might actually pop onto that quickly to show you how that works. Alright. Gander at it. See how much more power I can get that way, but also you get the bubbling issues. If you have a really heavy bar, you can actually pick it up, drop it like that. And if you're running something like 1 inch plus, it's actually a really good way to upset. Anyway, that little cleanup. You can see quite nicely and quite easily, I've thickened a good section of that material. And we're close to fat 5/8, and that comes back about 1.5 inches. Alright, that's basically upsetting in a nutshell. Give it a whirl, and we're going to do a bunch of other variances and other things based on this same idea. Right.